Well, people, Twitter is mad again. Twitter is mad once again. And apparently they're mad at Markiplier. I'm a bit late to this because I just found out about it recently. But I figured I should start talking about it now. If you're wondering why I sound like this, my throat is all fucked up because I'm sick. But that's not gonna stop us from farming this content. So what happened? A while ago, Mark made a video with crank gameplays or Ethan Nestor, as far as I'm aware. And in that video, I don't really know what was being done. He used ChatGPT. Now people are flaming him on it, and it's been a big issue. It is a very, very big issue. And so we're going to talk about that today. And so Dexerto is talking about this, and they say Markiplier is being cancelled for being called out for directly supporting AI research, but he believes the tech can do good. Quoting, there are reasons to be critical of AI the way it currently is. That doesn't mean that it's entirely, as a concept, a problem. And they got community noted. This is another journalist getting community noted. I don't know. I think at this point we should come to the conclusion that if journalists keep getting community noted like this, well, maybe they're not that credible. It says this headline implies that Markiplier is in support of generative AI without drawing a distinction between generative and other AI. He has stated that he supports the use of AI as a tool for medical research and the like, and has specifically disavowed generative AI. What's my take on generative AI? I think it's sad, personally, that people in the art field are going to lose a lot of work once it's become more mainstream and easier for people to use. Once AI gets a lot easier for everyday people to use, I promise you, people, artists, people, authors are going to lose a lot of money, a lot of work. And there's no stopping it because at the end of the day, the average consumer doesn't give a fuck. The average consumer is going to get something that looks good. They don't care. They don't care about you. They care about making money. And so at the end of the day, it's like the average consumer doesn't care. The companies are in support of it. And people who work and are successful in art fields are very few. Then you also consider the fact that there are a lot of artists who have decided to even use it as well. One of my favorite artists, Shexio, as far as I'm aware, has AI assisted art. And so, see, at this point, it doesn't matter how much you cry and piss and shit about AI art. You have to jump on the bandwagon, or you're going to be out of a job. There's this one guy, Bale CXI, right? He's an artist I follow on Twitter. And Bale CXI has he is so efficient with his art that in the time that even Shakespeare, in the time that other artists have made 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, this motherfucker has 8,000, 8 fucking thousand Rule 34 pages, Rule 34 images, 8 fucking thousand. That's the power of AI. And a lot of people are quantity over quality. And the truth is, in a lot of cases, AI can outperform people in terms of quality. That's all I can tell you. If you're an artist in the field and you're afraid of losing your job to AI, all you can do is learn how to use it. This is the same thing that happened with technology. You guys know what technology is? The thing you're using to watch this video right now? Tech came out, and people did, and what did it do? It was able to do things that it could do manual labor, and it could perform basic online tasks. And what happened? People started losing jobs because of it. A lot of menial labor has been replaced with tech. People have lost jobs due to this, and so do not think this is going to be any different with AI, generative or otherwise. AI is it's sadly the future for artists. I know a lot of friends who are artists. I know people who are in the art field, and so the best thing you can do is hop on the bandwagon or get run over. That's it. And no one wants to hear that. It's sad. No one wants to hear that. But that's the sad reality, okay? That is the truth. That is the world we're living in. And you're going to have to do that. You have to suck it up, buttercup. You have to get used to it, okay? So that is the truth. That's the situation. So let's see what people are saying. So the excerptor replied to themselves saying he's helping fund Real Good AI, a non-profit trying to make a model that doesn't steal art. Markiplier can make it clear he doesn't support generative AI models and believes they steal from creators. Someone said a real man never speaks ill of Markiplier. True, Markiplier has never done anything really bad. Like he's a good guy. He's a really good guy. Markiplier crashes out over those accusing him of being in favor of AI.
I was the first fucking person to be sounding the goddamn alarm that it was bad! I was the first fucking person to say this is honey all over again.
Let's go. Majority of people only hate AI because someone told them to. True. True. There's a good and bad uses of things. Art, AI equals bad. Research, AI equals good, etc. Yeah. Well, no. AI art is not bad. It's not inherently bad. Some people can't physically afford to buy art. And so, in the event that they need art and they can get it with an AI, I think, I'm sorry, but that's the truth. That's better. That's a good thing. I'm sorry. A lot of people think that it's this, it's that. No, it in my opinion, it is better to use AI for AI art in a lot of cases. As I said, it's sad to hear. I don't like the idea that artists are going to be out of a job, but that is the way things are going. You do not think for a second that this small little echo chamber that is X is going to be nearly loud enough to stop companies all over the world from making this a priority. Do not think that the average Joe is going to look at two pictures of the exact same quality and spend money on the one made by a person as opposed to getting the one that an AI made for next to nothing, if not nothing, in the not so distant future. So do not think for a second that don't think for a second this is not going to happen. Someone else said, people started turning into an emotional. This hits the moment the word AI is mentioned and always reminds me of how 30% of people don't have an inner monologue. Same people who would have opposed the internet cast at any fall a revolutionary eventually in the past. True. These people act like Neanderthals, and to some degree, I think it's just a hate mob getting upset about stuff for the sake of getting upset about stuff. Let's be honest, the number of artists on Twitter is not nearly as much as there are. There's not nearly as many artists on Twitter as there are people getting angry at Markiplier because of this. So like, even if every artist on Twitter was getting angry with Markiplier because of this, it wouldn't explain all the hate. And because the truth is, a lot of just grifters and virtue signalers that have gotten themselves mixed in here that are polluting it. I'm pretty sure that the number of artists that are involved in this whole anti-AI movement is likely very small. A lot of people are just here grifting and getting upset about something for them of getting upset about something. Another one. Will something. People will call out anybody for anything. That is the truth. People will get angry with anybody for anything. Anything. Who the fuck? This is why we don't. Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? South Side? The fuck? Okay, that's weirdo. What's it called? You're mad, that's great. Here's my stance on AI. redirect your anger towards changing it for the better.
That's what I started this at. Is like, we're on the same side. We're absolutely on the same side. And there's a side here that is for the betterment of this in the first place. So I personally am doing nothing besides paying for the foundation. That is the only thing that I'm doing in this, the only thing I've been doing. But it's something that I've talked about because it's important to understand. To fight something, you have to understand what you're fighting, right? You have to. It's something that I don't even fully understand. But if you want to change something, you have to understand it. You have to try to understand.
Well, the truth is, in my opinion, I don't know why Mark is wasting his time trying to explain anything to these people. In my opinion, he's wasting his time. He's wasting his fucking time. He should direct that energy doing something else. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.